We're at Yas Island in Abu Dhabi for the Formula One Grand Prix. The Yas Marina circuit was completed in 2009, and we've seen a fair share of celebration and commiseration over the years since then. The scenery may be spectacular, but this weekend, all eyes will be on the track. There's a reason why the Yas Marina circuit is used as a test track. The long straights put engine power through its paces, while the twists and bends make medium-speed downforce just as important at this challenging circuit. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One. It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Haas met their potential in qualifying, and they'll be expected to make a good start from the grid. Let's see if they can make it work for them. Alpha Tauri's qualifying results were in line with the targets set out for the team. They certainly have the potential to achieve a good result here today. We've been having sunny weather here today, but there are some clouds looming that might complicate things for teams further down the line.
And teams will have to make tough split-second decisions here if they're going to succeed. An exhilarating race lies ahead of us with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. With the skies mostly clear, tonight's race shouldn't hold any unpleasant surprises. There we see Kevin Magnussen. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. Everything's been building to this. Anything could happen. It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
All right, and here we are. It's the 22nd of 22 races in the 2022 season. Actually, it's 2024 as these come out.
So that's P13.
As usual, in the beginning there, you're going to see a lot of jockeying for position. Racers are going to come up and down in short succession.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
13 and then 14, and then we'll go back to 13, and they're battling it out right now.
Okay, good job. That's one.
So, we won't pay too close attention to that too soon. Yes, this is my last race in F1 Manager 2022. I'll be coming back to you.
Position gained for Alfa Romeo.
And then he's losing it again there. Oh, they're both trying to get him.
Good job, Kev.
Early next year, Kevin started off behind Schumacher. Let's go to Schumacher's onboard camera just to see what's going on here. We're at Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi, and I've actually raced on this circuit, first person in Grid Autosport. I don't know if it was this exact circuit. I think it was. It looks very similar. Formula C. So it's neat to have done that. So I've seen this track. So it's neat to have seen it, from in the cockpit as a racer before. Then you turn left here, and then there's a bit of a snaking around right up in here. I'm trying to remember just off. And then you come down towards the other stands, and here's where you have like a really sharp hairpin. And then you come around here. This is the hairpin turn. And then you come out of here. There's a long straight stretch. And then there's like a chicane starting at toward the left. But yeah, it was very fun to see this. And then you have another U-turn. This is exactly what it looked like. I don't remember the chicane being that pronounced though. But there you go. Then you come around here, and now you've got this other one. It's not really a hairpin turn, but it is a U-turn essentially. And I got my cat Cookie in here, just taking a nap. I love you. I do, you're a good girl. So there you go. And then you get a lot of this, and I think there's like, as you're coming up a hill a little bit, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe not. I guess not. But anyway, yes, we're in Abu Dhabi for the end of the season. And again, this is the last I will see of this simulator before I go to
DRS enabled.
2023. So that'll be fun, but I will miss this one. It's been a good one. It's been a good run. And although we haven't made 6th as the board had requested, we'll make 7th. So starting at 10th, in absolute last place, 10th of 10 teams, we moved our way up to 9th, and then 8th, and then 7th, all within a single season. So even though it wasn't my goal, I think I did fairly well for someone being sort of a novice to the sport. I've done Motorsport Manager before for most of a season, so I wasn't a total novice to car racing, but you know, new to this one. Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose. Be right back. And as any of you know who have watched season, know I suffer from allergies, so I always blow my nose.
Okay, good job, Kev. That's 1.
Okay, so Magnussen is on his way up. Let's find out what's going on there. Let's go around some of these views here. We got Tsunoda behind
Haas with an overtake there.
Schumacher. And here's the over the shoulder. So he got around Vettel, who's in front of him, and now he's up there, a couple places forward. So Magnussen's doing well so far. It's dry out now. This is great. 5% chance of precipitation in 5 minutes. The sun's gone down. It's 5:04 p.m. So we started at 5 p.m. We're going to end, I think, in the dark as the sun is going down now. It's a nice sunset here in the Persian Gulf area. And yeah, great night for a race. We finished off the season. Here's a strategy for Schumacher. He's starting on softs, which should help keep him in the hunt here for the first several laps. He's going to come in around lap 16, switch to hard tires, and then end up with mediums. He's going to have 2 pits today. On the other hand, let's see how fast he gets going here. Let's check his telemetry after he comes around these turns. See how fast he can get going. See what Gary gets up to as well. He's in 5th here. Seventh, can he get 8th? No, what did I say, 170 miles an hour. This isn't the main stretch. We should follow him on the back stretch. We'll see what he does. Track grip is high already. Even though the track rubber is low because it's dry. The track is warm. It's 27 degrees Celsius out, which is pretty warm. It's a good place to be at the end of November, weather-wise, at least weather-wise. I want to see him on the backside and see where he does for his telemetry. I'm going to need to blow my nose again. I'll be right back. Okay, this should be the fastest part of the track. We'll see. I don't know if he gets up enough time to get to a good enough speed. 190 miles an hour looks like. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, go back to regular camera. Alright, so now we go over to Magnussen, who's actually leading. He's up here in 12th, sorry about that. And he's fighting with Joe. And he's not giving up. Now he's on medium. Joe is giving him what for, because Joe has soft tires on. But Kevin Magnussen, right now at least, is out racing him on mediums. And usually the softer the tire, the better performance they get, and the better they come in and out of corners and get further along. So Kevin's going to stay on these mediums, which as they wear on are going to become more competitive with the softs. And he's going to stay out until the 23rd lap, where he's going to switch to hards and stick with those for the rest of the race. So I think he'll be well positioned. Track rep is now high. Off the leader, Magnussen is 12 seconds, 12 and a half seconds. Perez out in front right now. Hamilton fastest lap so far. We want to get in that top 10 again. We want to get ahead of both of these. We need to be ahead of both of the McLarens. We'd like to be ahead of both of the Alpines. I don't know. I don't know if we'll catch Gasly. And it looks like right now Joe is going to get past us on the straight. But we might get him again, though.
Just keep concentrating.
You know, not too concerned.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
At this point, not too worried about it. When you look at tires, here you can see these guys in the red.
Good job.
At least their rate start strategy. Oh no, Schumacher got around Vettel, so now he's right behind his teammate.
That's a new race position for Haas.
These guys on soft tires are going to be making 2 pits. So they're going to go soft, medium, soft, hard, medium, I think. Such as Schumacher. So Joe's going to come in, and we're going to get around him. Gasly's going to come in, and we're probably going to get around him as well. So that would put us up in 11th. We should be able to get around Norris, which should get us in 10th. The Alpines are on mediums, so yeah, all the way up at Hamilton, that's not going to affect us. Those guys are too far ahead. But those 2 soft tires in front of us, they're going to drop down. That gets us again, like I said, 11. And if we do a pass, an organic pass, that'll get us to 10. And that should keep us there. And then we'll see how we fare with those other guys. We're out ahead of them. For Magnussen, that is. Schumacher, just stay in tow. Stay ahead of the McLarens. Now it looks like Joe's going to get around Norris. And we should be able to get around Norris as well. Oh yeah, I didn't check all this other stuff. So, for Schumacher's car, things are looking good as far as temperature goes. His engine's 77%. That's gonna be great. ERS 85, great. Gearbox 60, great. All good there. No problems with that. Again, his strategy, medium, hards, or soft, hard, medium. Magnussen, on the other hand, he's temperatures are good, but his engine 66, that's great. It's fine for the day. ERS 43 shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem with this race. Should be good. It's nearing the borderline, so we wouldn't want to go another race. Thankfully, it's the last one. The Gearbox 56, that's great. His strategy, again, medium to hard. And then he'll be good for the rest of the race. And we'll check his telemetry here. With the DRS on, we got up. Looked like he could have gone a little faster if he wasn't closing in on them so fast. You know. Let's see his onboard. Again, he's right behind Joe and Norris. I think we can outrace Norris. He's got the DRS on now, but he's waiting to see how these guys iron out their situation. I think he's waiting for Joe to pass Norris, and then he's going to pass Norris. And like I said, Joe's going to come in somewhere around the time that Schumacher comes in. Unfortunately, it looks like Norris is keeping them from catching up to the pack in front of them. Gasly's in that pack. But again, I think when Gasly comes in, we should be able to get around him without too much of a problem when he's in the pit. And then he's gonna be on hards, I believe. But, right? What's the strategy? Yeah, hards. So he'll stick like that a while, but then he's gonna come in again later at the end. So he might catch up to us when we have to pit. But then he's got to pit again one more time. So I think I'm confident that Magnussen could get 9th place. Wait, no, 10th place. I think he can get 10th place. He might be able to get 9th place. But if he gets 10th, it gets us a few points. And keeps, McLaren behind us. I think we're set for 7th at the end of the season. All right, there goes Joe around Norris. And now that frees up Schumacher to get around, or Magnussen to get around Norris. Let's see who's behind us here. He's got his teammate right behind him. But he's not really dealing with him too badly, so he should be okay. Here again, the over-the-shoulder. Beautiful afternoon. All right, my cat's left the room. Hold on, I'm going to close this other door. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's pretty cute. I got my littlest cat. She comes down here. Her routine is to come down and get snuggles. So it's the daytime though. I got off early today. The family's out doing some stuff day after Thanksgiving. So I got early and I thought I'll get this race out, knock this out before they come back. And so she kind of got up from a nap and she's stretching and all that stuff. And she decides to follow me down here for some love. And I pet her for a little while, and then as I started monkeying around on my computer a bit, then she hops down on a chair in front of the heater, because I got a space heater down here. And she sits there kind of looking like she wants to nap, but it's a little too bright in here right now for her. And I'm constantly talking at regular voice level. And I think she's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go get some cat food, a drink of water, and maybe lay down on the couch again. It's pretty nocturnal. She'll get up about 8:30. And then she's like a maniac, like a tornado buzzing around the house for about an hour and then chilling with us on the couch. There's 3 cats in the house. And that may seem, my wife's always had cats. She wanted to get one. I'm allergic, but the allergies have been manageable. So it's not like I'm dying. I'm just a little stuffy and stuff. And I'm a pet lover, so we got, and she's like, well, do we just get the one? I said, you can't get one. They got to get 2. They got to have a companion of the same species, someone they could nap with, lay with. And when we leave the house, there's someone to play with. You got to have more than one, so we got 2. And then she's going shopping at the pet store one day and sees this other one. She's like, oh, you got to meet her. I'm like, all right, that's it. So we got the 3rd one. That's it. No more. We're not going to be freaking crazy cat house. So now we have 3 girls under the age of 4, and that's all the work it takes to keep up with cleaning the litter boxes multiple times a day is plenty. So anyway, back to the race. Last race of the season. It'll be next year. I try to match the actual real world season as far as timing goes and the calendar. So that's how I'm going to try to play this. I'm going to try to match up the days with the real world calendar. So you'll see me come back next year, at the same time that Formula 1 actually comes back, and I'll try and line up each race. Now again, I'll be doing F1 Manager 2023 in 2025, so it's not going to be a one-to-one. The days are slightly different, but I'll get him generally around that weekend. Looks like he wants to make his move around Norris. And I think we should be able to get him. Only problem is Norris is running his DRS too, because he's trying to pass the guy in front of him. So we're not really catching him too much. But I think Magnussen's a better driver, at least in this game, this season, than Norris. So he should be able to get around him. Unless we have one of those crashes or lockups. I took a screenshot before the race of their confidence levels. I want to say Magnussen had like almost a 89% confidence level or something like that. They were both in either the upper 80s or right about 90. So they love their current setup. So if one of them goes wide or spins out, I don't know what that is. If you have high confidence in your car's performance, you feel those turns, you're not going to be doing stupid stuff. You shouldn't be going wide or spinning out. But we'll see. So those were tires. Nobody's pit yet. Sector speeds. Everyone a little slower than their last lap. I like to keep it off the leader to show where we're at. And then on tires. So Schumacher's already in his pit window, which means that Joe is in his pit window as well. Which bodes well for us. Again, here now we've got both of our guys competing. Now, normally I don't think you see Schumacher that tight on Magnussen and actually threatening a pass. But as mentioned before, Schumacher has the soft tires on, where Magnussen has the mediums, so Schumacher has faster tires. But Schumacher's going to fall off when he pits anyway, so. And Magnussen's tires are likely getting warm because he's taking the turns quicker to try and keep his teammate behind him. Getting good performance today on my computer. A nice little change de passe. Track grip is high now. Track rubber's up to normal. It's dry. I know in the pre-race they said, there's some clouds on the horizon. We'll have to see what that means to the race. Like it's possible, rain later in the race, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. If the clouds they model in the game are any indicator, those high swept cirrus clouds are not a sign of nearing rain. I mean, they may be out in advance of a system by like a day or so, but it looks to be like this should be a very nice evening at the track. Yeah, and then we'll have to see where we are positioned for next season at some point. I'll load up, check things out before I actually play anything, and I'll be ready for next season when it happens. In the meantime, I'm going to switch gears, and Pete and I are going to talk and do more baseball, get that off season out of the way, so we could head to Europe and do some driving for Euro Truck Simulator, and just prepare mentally for next season, do some other games. A lot of other games on the channel. Oh, what was... That's weird. That was a graphical thing. It looks like he phased through them, didn't it? That actually looked like he hit him. Now Schumacher's out in front. But the problem is, he's got to come in and pit. So, okay, those guys are in the pit already. I don't think we're going to get around them. They're already starting to move out of pit row. Gasly and Joe going in the pit. That's good for us.
Yep, understood.
Let's take a closer look. Now just focus on the Haas.
Yep.
And that's an off, and a big off. And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
Is he even in the race anymore? He is.
It's a crash.
Your front wing is destroyed. All right. Well, I guess good you did it right before coming into the pits. All right, so you're going to hards next. We're going to need to get you a new front wing. You don't have any left? Oh, they're already doing it. Okay, so terminal damage, same design, must be replaced. Okay, so they didn't even let me try that. They said, yeah, you're doing it. So estimated coming out 19th. Yeah, confirm changes.
Okay, you're currently P16.
That's a position gained for Alpha Tauri.
Yeah. So now Magnussen's up at 11, and he got ahead of Tsunoda and Joe and everybody there. Yeah, so he's ahead of Tsunoda even, which is good. So now if I go to tires, Tsunoda hasn't even come in yet, and he's ahead of Tsunoda. Another driver locked up.
We've had a crash.
Battle, okay.
Let's have
Let's
a look.
check it out, I guess. Last
Let's have a look
race
here.
of the season.
This was the Aston Martin.
Same spot?
And there we see the crash.
Ooh. Straight into the wall. He's way back. So these guys are going to stay ahead of us. These guys are all going to pit similar time. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Magnussen and them. Schumacher's going to come in on the next lap. He's got a destroyed front wing. He just had somebody pass. Stroll just passed him. Yeah, he's getting passed like crazy because he doesn't have a wing, and he's got to be careful around those turns. So he's in 15th. And it's likely he comes out 19th. So here.
Yep, understood. And white line, white line.
All right, good. Then Tsunoda's going in the pit. That keeps Magnussen up here. And this is the 12th place guys right here. They're going to need to put on a new wing, so it looks like they just sit here for a minute. They're actually putting on the new wing. And now he goes. Interesting coming back out on the track under there like that. And he's 19th just as anticipated. There's a new front wing. Don't slam any more walls. All right? Shouldn't have to tell you that, but he's... So now I'm looking again at this. It shows... What else does he have? His gearbox is 34%. Wait a minute, when did that happen? Wasn't I just checking before the race and everything here was just great? When does gearbox get down to 34%? Does that happen in a crash? There's minor damage to the chassis. which he's not going to be able to do anything about during the race anyway. So, good luck, Schumacher. We'll see what you're able to manage in this race, but I think that's your season. That basically sums up your season. A lot of potential wiped away when you fly off the track every freaking race. Every race. I have to go back through this this playlist someday and just check off and see how many times these guys crashed. It's impressive. Like I said, like the Super Smash Brothers. You know, Maggie is working on Norris. He's looking to get in the points there. Norris, he can get around. Now these guys again are his competitors. They're going to come in similar timing. We could send them one lap long. Have them go around one more lap on the mediums. We might do that. Have them stay out just a little bit longer, one lap longer. Well, those guys are switching tires. Get a little further up and then switch to his hards. I don't know. You never know. Track grip's high, rubber's normal, 30 degrees on the track, 25.9 outside, 5:27 p.m. We'll go to these real quick here. Just take a look at the session. That's where they're obviously the drivers championship. Carlos Sainz leading the league right now. It's close though. This could go anywhere.
Good job, Mick.
Schumacher just gained a position. That's good. The Constructors, there we are. Yes.
Haas with an overtake.
Let's check that
Let's
out.
take a look at the replay. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
On hard tires even.
And they clear it. Big move for them and a race position gained.
Nice.
I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team.
It is now safe to say that. And we want to be safe. Safety first in our paddock here. What did I say? The drivers? Yeah, so this can go... It's between these three guys. Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc. And it looks like it's going to be Max Verstappen, the fastest man in the world. Constructors Championship. Here we are. We're at 7th.
Okay, good job. That's one.
We gained Magnus. We're going to have to see what he did there. We'll watch that. Ahead of McLaren, we should be okay. We're not going to catch AlphaTauri. We're going to end up 7th.
Haas with an overtake there.
Let's watch Kevy
Here's
Kev.
the replay. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
All eyes. Nobody else is paying attention to the top 10. They're watching this battle for 10th place back here.
And there they go, moving up a position. Just incredible maneuvering.
There you are.
The driver's team there cheering them on.
That's it. Great. Lap histoire. I don't know. Tire history. There you go. That's
It's not
position.
over for us.
Position lost. I'm not going to watch that back and forth. And if he gets it back, I want it. Okay, yellow flags. We got Hamilton fast. Or DRS enabled.
McLaren gain a position.
Norris, good. Let's get that back from him. That guy belongs behind you, dude. Fastest lap. Yellow flag. Pitting. All the things. Sponsors, targets. Reach Q3. Qualifying in 12th or better. Reach Q2. I think we got that. This we haven't got yet. Finish position 12th or better. 2 drivers. I don't think that's going to happen. There's no downside, but you know. And reports. Yeah, it's all there. We go here. Shows you where we are on the strategies. They're both conserve tire wear a little bit better than they had before. He's supposed to come in at 21, 2, 3. We might go to 24 and let Norris go in front of us. The car, all that stuff like that, the track, you know. Back here. Oh, he got around him good there, didn't he? As long as he stays inside.
We are P9.
Nice. We got the gas man behind us there.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Only problem is Gasly's going to get around us when we pit. And he's on hards, but then like I said before, Gasly's going to come in and pit one more time when we're not. So there. Science in the pit. We got Norris as our shadow man. He's staying. Nice looking sunset here at Yas Marina. Over the shoulder. What it looks like to be an F1 driver. Next season you'll see the helmet cam too. That'll be kind of interesting. Get to see what it looks like from near his face. Science in the pit. We didn't get around him. Bottas in the pit though. We did get around him. That is nice. What's Bottas going with for tires next? Bottas is going with something. We're in 8th place. This is great. What you got, Bottas? Hards. I don't remember if Bottas started on mediums or not. I don't think he did. So he would come in one more time. That's a tight corner. Here we go on the back stretch. It's pretty good. The back set of stands here. Coming into the turn. Oh boy, he's getting around us on the outside. Can we get him back on the inside?
So that's P9.
It's alright, we're getting back around on the inside. He's trying to get us on the outside. Where do we go?
Nice work, Kev.
We got this one, and now there's a stretch. They're together, aren't they? Kevin's playing good defense.
Haas with an overtake.
And we're going to try and keep him for stopping in the pit. We're going to try and keep him behind us, and then we're going to pass our window and go a little long. Right? Yeah, we want to go. We've conserved a little better, so we can make it past there. We may even be able to go like here. To lap, I go maybe two more laps. So instead of 21, 2, 3, 24, 25, we're going to lap 25. That's what's going to happen. Got around us, but it's okay. We're going to play leapfrog.
Just keep concentrating.
He is. Get off him, Kev. He knows what he's doing and how to do it.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
And it's not going to matter much because Kevy's going to get it right back. Because that's just who Kevy is.
You're doing a good job.
Kevy is Kevy. Kevminson.
Haas with an overtake there.
A lot of back and forth. 8th place. Well, that sure would be nice. It would be nice to end up in 7th, wouldn't it? Wouldn't 7 be nice? Now, right now, we're ahead of both of the Alpines. And we've even locked the Alpines out. We're going to ignore this, Kev. Or Reagan. Is it like Kevin? No, it's not Kevin Reagan. It's, I don't know what his first name is. We're going to stay on these faster tires for just a little bit longer, okay? So calm down. Just calm down. 7th. We get some better pace. We're in 7th. We got a bit of a lead on Gasly. Those guys are going to get around us. It's going to drop us to 10th, maybe even 11th. Heck, we may even go down as far as 13. We're going to stay on these faster tires. And we're going to pass the next one, too. And then once we pass the next one, we'll tell them to come on in. That's what we'll do. But he's doing well now, and it's got a nice little breather there. You know? As the sun goes down, the lights come up. temperature should be coming down. 25.6. High track rubber, high track grip. It's a good time to switch to hard tires. Almost. Almost a good time. Alright, now we'll do the whole pit thingy thing. Pit window active, pit options. Alright, he's supposed to go to hards. Hard tires, hit this lap.
Box, Kevin, box.
Box.
Box. We're going to watch the pit from the regular camera. Schumacher back there behind the McLarens. He needs to catch up some ground. He's got a gearbox that's giving him problems for some reason, and then his chassis is a little damaged, but he's got the new front wing on, the replaced front wing, so it should be okay. I don't know. This has been a good race so far. Kevin looking good. Staying ahead of the competition in 7th place. I do like this. I don't know if we're going to see 7th again for the rest of the race, so I'm going to dig this little once around, you know, or a couple times around. It's nice. It's nice to have Hamilton, Perez, Verstappen, Sainz, Russell, and Leclerc as the only guys ahead of you at some point in the race, you know. But now these guys are coming around him right here. He's still in 7th. He's still in 7th. 8th, 9th, 10th. And the problem is we're all the way down at the end here. Now it's good news when we come back out we don't have far to go, but it all kind of evens out. 12th. Yeah, he's going to drop behind these guys too. Good pit though. Right behind Norris. He's not behind Ricardo though. Alright, he's behind Norris. He's got to catch Norris. Alright, and that's good for Kevin. He's going to be on these tires for the rest of the race. And I think probably Norris as well, so he can catch Norris, get him organically into 3rd to 13th. And then Tsunoda and Zhou are going to come in. That'll bring him 12th, 11th. Then the question is, can he get around anybody else? Gasly's going to come in. I think we'll end up in the points. I think we'll end up ahead of McLaren. I'm confident we'll end up ahead of McLaren. I'm confident we'll end up in the points. I'm hopeful we'll end up in front of Alpine in both categories. One of our drivers. I don't know that though. That's yet to be seen. I am going to take a drink of my coffee. It's 4 o'clock local time here where I'm at. 4:15. 5:38 game time. $5:39, I should say. 24-hour clock right there. But I'm feeling good. We're looking good here. I'm happy about how this is going. Schumacher had his usual blowout. We'll have to see if he adds another one to it. He loves to crash. That's his favorite thing. Watch this, guys. I ran wide. Kevin Magnussen usually goes several races without one, and he's gone a couple races without one. So I'm a little nervous what this looks like. But boy, that Brazil was such... I think Brazil was our best race thus far. But we both got in the points, I think. Ended up doing well. Ended up sort of guessing on the whole tire strategy as it related to the rain, and ended up guessing right. You know, sort of flew from the seat of our pants and just happened to pull it off. So that was fun. But let's just see who
They've
ran.
gone wide!
Alonso. That didn't look like he lost any positioning. He's way up there anyway. I don't think we have anybody right behind us, right? Oh, yeah, okay, there's nobody behind us. They're all right in front of us, and I think we can catch them. Another driver locked up. Are you joking with me? Who was it?
And DRS is now disabled. DRS disabled. Safety car. Let's get close to the Delta.
All right.
Copy.
We've just had a crash on the track.
Perez. Competitor retired. Perez is out. Oh, what a horrible way to end the season. Well, that stinks. All right, everyone's going to line up tight on the safety car. So that's going to bring us all in close again. That helps us out. You don't want that to happen like that, but that is going to help us out, especially since we're on hard tires that we're staying on for the rest of the race. And that's going to bring us in close to the guys who are going to switch. Because Gasly's going to have to change tires again. It looks like Gasly, Alonso, Bottas, and Joe are all going to come in for one more pit. And if we can get in closer to them before they do, that's pretty ideal. Now, 58 laps, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So lap 29, we're at the halfway mark. And I think this yellow will be over soon after that. We're about halfway around the track from where the safety car is. Safety car, if you look at the little map, he's right here. Actually, we'll go to the map view. You can see safety cars here. People are lined up behind him. We got Magnussen's going to catch him. We're going to catch him about here. Schumacher's going to catch him coming right about back in here, maybe. But we're coming up on him. This shows you the circuit where it's at. Here's the sea. Off here, seashore. So that's the thing. The seashore. Seashells by the seashore. Seashells. Alright, we're coming up on Norris again. Can't get rid of us that easy. Mista. Beautiful sunset. Safety cars. Is he flying or what's going on here? We should all smack into him around this turn. Here's the rest of the group. Alright, here we are. Now it's going to be like a parking lot. We're going to slalom, make sure we keep our tires warm. You can hear all the different announcements going on in the background there. I expect to see more lights on the track. There you go. It's well lit here. But I'm surprised there's some areas that are fairly dark. Under those tunnels, you think you'd get lights from the overhangs, you know? Like here, it's a little dark. Here it's nice and bright, but you'd think you'd have pretty even light distribution, you know? At the speeds that these guys have to go. Everybody's almost lined up now. It's going to give... We got another lap, so everyone's going to get in line. I think anyone who's been lapped can pass, I believe. Pits, where we are off the leader. Interval leader. No, I guess Latifi's only 2 minutes 39 seconds back. Oh, maybe Latifi's gets to go around again. Look, these guys still haven't even caught up yet. Wait, who's... Oh, okay, this is Latifi. Went around the back end. This is probably Albon. Okay, so Latifi still got to go around again to catch us. I don't know what the heck happened to him. I don't know why Williams is so bad this year. They really are standout poor performers. There's the safety car. Very high track grip now. This is a good thing for us guys who are on hard tires and who plan to stay that way for the rest of the race. Everybody's stacked up on each other except for Latifi. Now Latifi can catch us if the safety car stays out for one more lap. Perez is throwing things in the paddock. Didn't want to see his season end on a crash. It's a horrible taste to leave in your mouth for several months until you come back to it. Especially with the kind of season he's had. He was in, oh man, that even sucks more. You know, he was in the running for the Drivers' Cup or whatever, you know. And now to be like, well, decidedly out of that, he's not gonna win that championship. I'm interested to see if they have something at the end of this race to, you know, sort of commemorate the season. If they do any extra animation or anything like that to show, here we've gone a whole year, boys, and, you know, well done, or whatevs. I'll be interested. Hey, Ricardo, stay behind me, dude. Behind Kevy Kev. Alright, safety car's still out. Well, what is Latifi doing? Get on the gas, son. I mean, catch up to the pile. This will be the closest you've been since the race start. This negates all that ground you lost. You got to catch up to us before we head back in. Look at this. It's like a parade. I don't know what the speed is there, but it was slow. Slow. Oh yeah, now Latifi's coming around that back end. He's on the fastest part of the track. He should catch us.
Safety car in this lap.
Safety car coming in this lap, so this was Latifi's chance. And now it's going to just get crazy and everyone's going to pile up. Look at this. Just bananas. When is he coming in? When is that safety car coming in? Right here? I don't even see the safety car. Nobody's there. Oh, he's out in front. Oh, so the leader has the pack.
Okay, the safety car is going in. Verstappen has the pack.
Verstappen has the pack. So once Verstappen gets to the starting line, he guns it. And away we go. We have to keep in order now, and here we go. Now it's full bore again, just like the beginning of the race, but we're at the halfway mark. Got Norris right out in front. We should be able to get around him. Joe and Tsunoda. Ocon, Alonso, Bottas, Gasly. I think they're all coming in. Maybe not Ocon. Ocon might be staying out, but all those other guys are coming in. At some point for another tire change. And until then, we just got to make sure we don't crash, and then we get around those guys. I'm very confident we'll end up in the money, or in the points. That is in the top 10. I'm confident, solidly confident that that Magnussen could end up in front of both McLaren drivers while keeping them out of the points. And I'm hopeful that we can get ahead of both of the AlphaTauris because both of them still have another tire change. Even though Gasly's all the way up at 6th, he's going to come in. Now, not for a while. It's 74% and 76, so they could still get a load. They're going to come. They're going to go keep it all the way out. They're out in their 30s. But compared to us, we're at 91. So I mean, it could be a while. We might not get around. We might be too far behind them to get around them. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But yeah, beautiful early evening here. Early evening twilight. It'll be good to wrap up Formula One for the year, though. There are other games I'm playing. I'm trying to get through, trying to get started and stuff. And it's really hard when you've got this one game that where you sit down for an hour and a half long session. Anytime you want to do it, and then you add the between races another hour, so it's 2.5 hours to go through one of these races, to go from one race to the next. So that's kind of a big time commitment. Well, you can free that up with some other games. That's kind of fun. Sorry about the yawning. It's Friday. It's Thanksgiving weekend here where I'm at, and I got a 3.
DRS enabled.
At 5, I'm going to go up and finish cleaning up the kitchen a little bit, make myself some dinner. The family's out on their own doing that thing, and then I just want to make sure the house is all well and clean and everything's in its proper place so that when they come home, nobody says, "Why didn't you take care of this?" Whatever this thing is. I have to write a letter to a cousin. Another car spun. Oh my gosh. Who was it this time?
Yellow. Copy.
Gasly.
We can take a look now.
We can.
Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly.
Ooh,
And that spin is undoubtedly going to cost them time.
that's a horrible spot. Look at everybody who passed him. Hey, even we passed him.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
Oh my. Gasly. It's all the way down to 18th. That was unfortunate for them, but man, he was in 6th. Oh, that's gotta suck. That's gotta suck. Hey, I know. We know what that's like, man. I think we can get ahead of Tsunoda when he comes in, Zhou when he comes in, Alonso when he comes in. That's 3 spots. 11, 10, 9. I think we can end up in 8th place. Heck, it's possible. If we are extremely fortunate and Kevin does well and doesn't go off the track and pushes it to its limits without going over, he could end up in 7th place. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. So that's his carrot. That's what's hanging out in front of him. I think he's racing well. As far as tire wear goes, he's plenty warmed up. I think probably lap 35, say that his tires are warmed up, softened enough that the hard aspect of them is going to diminish. And he's going to be able to, this is where lap 35 and on is where he's going to start to kind of make his mark and move up. That's my guess. Oh my gosh, he almost smashed into them. And he's right on Tsunoda. If Norris and Tsunoda are battling, they're all focused on each other. And that's where he's in a good spot, because as long as he doesn't hit one of them, he can do this. Stalk and come up the back end. And while they're paying attention to each other, he could look to get on the inside like this and get around somebody. And look at that. No. Now he's got to go. Now he's got to get his DRS on. And that was a nice attempt. Look, he's green on his last segment, and now he's back on the inside again. Is this straightaway? Yes. There you go. Make it work for you.
Nice work.
Right? That's what I told him. Now, you got Tsunoda right behind you, so you're not gonna.
That's a new race position for Haas.
It is. He's not gonna back off. We gotta be doing defense, but we're not. We're not DR. This is not a DRS sector right here. But when it is, and you see that green light up, which it is now, here's where we make our move on Norris, who doesn't have his DRS open. Ooh, but he's racing very well. All right, we got in close at least. We're looking good. We're pushing.
Good job.
Good job, Shoemaker. Schumacher Levy. We're gonna do a replay or what? Maybe not. He got on Ricardo. That's always a good thing. All right, we're over the halfway mark. Closing in on 20 laps to go. Should be another half an hour or so, I think. Which will work well for me. Like I said, it'll end about 5 p.m. local. I'm still drinking my coffee from this morning. Can you believe that? I keep forgetting I have it. I'm going to switch to beer at 5. Then I don't know what I'm playing next. Hey, get him! Nice. Way to get around Norris.
Keep it up.
Kevin's in the points organically. And these guys behind him now, these guys that he just passed, have to come in.
With an overtake.
Have to come in for another tire change. Whereas Kevin, he no S. And Norris is going to try and get him. And he may get around him. But he's got the same tires we do. So I don't know. I think Kevin outmatches them. They may do a little bit of tug of war, a little back and forth. A little tug of war. This looks good. Interesting. Now, these guys behind us... Okay, I was just going to say, these guys behind us looks like they have similar tire wear to Schumacher. So their pit window is going to look a lot like his, and they just entered the pit window. So Schumacher's going to switch from hard to medium. And we can... Schumacher's just behind these guys. We can actually bring him in early. Like a lap early. And get those mediums on. I don't think that would be terribly hurtful to him. He could then get ahead of those guys. Come in when they...
McLaren gain a position.
Yeah, I saw. I was there. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Schumacher in the lap early. Get in the lap ahead of those guys. And then when they come in, he'll catch them. And he'll already have warm mediums. And I think that might do well for him. Boy, I'd love to get both of these guys in the points. And I think it's a possibility. You know what I mean? Yeah, so when I see this ticker drop one more, I'm going to call him in. That'll bring him in on the next lap that follows that one. And I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I've had a lot of those decisions this season where I'm kind of like, you know what, let's try it, see what happens. Unfortunately, I don't know if I pay close enough attention or take close enough notes to recognize when I've done something good and when I should emulate that again. Instead, I'm like, hey, that worked. And then it didn't, you know, and I didn't commit it to memory or jot it down. I do like to jot. I'm a jotting kind of guy. All right, about to get that ticker coming around here again soon. There he is. Okay, now I'm going to tell him, you know what, kid? He's going to mediums, right? That's what it said? Yeah.
And we'll box this lap. Copy. Box this lap.
He's ahead of those guys. He's not too far behind his teammate. Coming off the wall, these guys are all going to pass him when he's in the pit, but then they're all going to pit soon. Oh, and looks like yeah, Magnussen got a spot.
Kev, that's one.
Haas with an overtake there.
All right, we don't need to see everyone, so I'll skip that one. Keeping an eye on that 10, make sure it stays at 10. We don't want it to turn back into 11. Oh, the moon's coming up. You see that? Got a moonrise over the sea, I think. I'm not sure which way the sea is. I think the sea is this way. It's like we're turning toward the sea. Yeah, I think the moon's coming up over the sea. We're out here, then we're going to head to the pit. Okay, Tsunoda's coming to the pit right now.
Oops.
Tsunoda and
Okay,
Zhou.
understood. And white line, white line.
They're both in here now. Interesting. Okay, there comes Tsunoda. Zhou went out already. Ricardo in behind us. Okay, there's Ricardo. All right, Latifi just got around us. All right, he's at 17th, and I think he can make his way back up. He's going to get around Latifi. Albon's going to come in. Gasly's going to come in. Stroll. I think he'll get around them. Oh yeah, he's already getting around Latifi. Way to go, way to go. Drop to P10. Alright, we're back to P10. Oh, he was up at 9? Huh. Alright, back to Magnussen then real quick.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
I saw that. Hamilton's in the pit. Just going in too. We should be able to get around Hamilton, I think. And Bottas. And we'll get around Bottas for sure. Hamilton, maybe not. This is good. Norris and Alonso are coming. These guys are all coming in, I think. Maybe not. Look at this. We are right on them. Look at this. Schumacher, get around him. Yeah, babies. It's back around Gasly. Schumacher, get ahead of Tsunoda, man. If you can get ahead of Tsunoda. Here's Tsunoda. Track over very high. Track over very high. It's dry. 29.6 on the track. 25.8 at the and the grounds. 6:05 p.m. Oh, now we're fighting with Hamilton. See, we got Norris ahead of us, and Hamilton is right here. The Hamilton's probably going to get around us. There's the moon. It's really cool. Yeah, Hamilton will probably get around us. Oh, look at the sun rays. That is pretty cool. So that puts us in 9th. We can get around Norris. And these guys, I think these guys are both going to pit. At least Alonso. Now, we're not on the DRS, and neither is he. But we'll see, man. He's right there, though, isn't he? Very cool. We'll see what comes around down here on the main stretch. I think he's gonna pass us on this main stretch back here. So we're DRS enabled. We got ours open. He has his open. Ooh, oh, he had to tuck in behind him. Way to go, Norris.
So we're P7.
That's good. That is really good. All right, now maybe he's got to work. Hamilton's got to work on
Haas
Norris.
with an overtake.
We're coming up on Alonso. We can catch him. I don't know. Boy, I would be over the moon if right there, over the moon if if Kevin ends up in 7th. Like I said, I think Hamilton's going to get around us. I don't know about Bottas. I'm pretty sure Hamilton will get around us. But if he does, if we get ahead of Alonso, and we go to 6th, then Hamilton gets around us and we end up in 7th. I think that's pretty good. I don't think Ocon's coming back in. I'm pretty sure Alonso. I don't know if Alonso can take the end. Now, I have seen Alonso go really long on those tires. I've seen him go down, I think, into the 20-something percent. So it's possible he tries to stretch it out for the rest of the race. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. So it's likely we end up in 7th. Knock on wood. If we don't have, if we don't go wide or spin out. But we'll see. All right, finished my coffee. Looking forward to beer time. Let's go to the fin. On the back stretch. And as we come around here, when I come on the home stretch, I'll switch to the regular camera. We're closing in. Not yet, not yet. Then we're going to double back over. Sharper turn, and on the stretch, here we go. Boy, we got, what's it say? Hamilton got around Norris. And now he's going for us, and he's going to pass us, I think, on the long stretch back there. We're not going to let him go before that. He's good enough. Magnussen's good enough at defense that he'd hold him before that, but here's where we lose him. I don't think we're going to enable our DRS, but he's got his on. And here he goes around us. That puts us into 8th.
Typical.
Yeah, I know. We're just talking about that. Use the slipstream.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Because now these two are going to mix it up, and that's going to give us a chance to close the gap on Alonso. You have to be careful with Norris. I mean, Norris, McLaren is in the points. And it doesn't look, at least now at this pace, it doesn't look like Alfa Romeo is going to come back into this thing. I mean, Bottas is in the points. But, you know, it is lap 44, 58. We got 14 laps. 14 laps. Yeah, I don't know at this point if Alonso's going to come back in. Would you come in with only 14 laps to go? He's got 53% tire where he could outlast it. So we may end up in 8th place. That wouldn't be horrible. But no guarantees against Norris. We got to really gun it to keep ahead of him. Now here we got the DRS on. So that should keep us ahead of Norris. But will it get us past Alonso? He's making the move. Not quite. Nice attempt. Should get one of those, right? Back on the DRS. Closing on him. This is interesting. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'll say the start of this season, my favorite racer is probably Alonso. And I don't think it's because of my age bias. But he's just the coolest guy of the whole pack, I think. Although, I mean, Verstappen is pretty darn suave. Well, Verstappen is like he isn't flashy at all. He just gets to work. And he constantly just win. So it's neat to see someone who's got somewhat of a docile temperament being, you know, an aggressive race car driver. Yeah, Norris is moving well on the straightaways. And he's trying to make his moves. We got inside. Now we're going to go outside. Can we stay in front of him? Yes.
Mega job, mate.
I don't know if we can hold that.
Haas with an overtake there.
It was. Now we're going to have Alonso breathing down our neck. I could see giving up that spot and, you know, flopping back and forth on this one here. But that was nice at least. Put us back in 7th for a spell.
Great job on that.
All right, and now Schumacher ahead of Albon, which he should do. Can he get
That's
gas?
a new race position for Haas.
Tsunoda. If he can catch Tsunoda, that's really well done, especially after having gotten into a crash. Good, what a beautiful evening. Yeah, I think these other guys are going to really push in the last 5 laps. That's where we're going to start to see things tighten. Right now, it looks like they faded back just a little bit, but in the last 5 laps, it's going to be a challenge. Now, that's not to say they're not going to try here. Anytime we're on a straightaway, at this point, since we're in the lead, we're not using the DRS. But they will. And when they use that DRS and we're not, they're gonna close that gap on us. Keep it like you see it now, like right behind us. So we get a little bit of a lead as we snake through some of these turns. But once we get to that back stretch, that's where we've got a problem. I have to check and see. I was expecting some packages today. They were estimated to come in today. And I did not see them come in. That's not to say that they didn't come in, but Yeah, the family is going to be eating at a restaurant in the city today, Chicago, called La Briola, which is one of the ones they do every time they go to a nice Mexican place. They're Italian, or not Mexican, I'm sorry, Italian. I said last time they went there, they got a burrata pizza. And those of you who aren't familiar with burrata, it's essentially like a ball of fresh mozzarella. Just, you know, snow white cheese, soft, just perfect firmness or softness. And how in the middle, a core of usually like a ricotta or it's actually more like the whey or whatever. Or the curds are the whey. I forget which one, but either way, it's either way. Oh, so good, so good. Like usually you get like a thing of burrata and you can just cut it open and eat it as it is, or you can put it with charcuterie or something. And it's so good. But they put this on a pizza. I think they use muti tomatoes. It's real good. Now I'm hungry. I can't believe after last night was Thanksgiving. After last night that I would ever be hungry again. I used when you're younger. You know, Thanksgiving you really beef up. The last like maybe 4 years ago or so, I'm like I can't eat like this anymore. I'm 52 years old. I don't need to eat anything like this. Even if I'm feasting, it's gonna be like a feast for me. Should be about an average meal for a guy in his 20s and 30s. So I portioned my plates out. I mean, it was kind of an extended meal, but at any given time, my plate had definite open spots on it. It was never like piled up or anything. Had a couple different times I put things on it, but I just don't feel like and as I'm used to, it wasn't a massive pile of food, but until about 11 o'clock last night, especially after dinner, my stomach actually hurt from the internal pressure. Just like I don't understand. I didn't feel like I ate that much. It never looked like that much. But I'm not used to eating like that. And thank goodness I don't make a habit of that. But it was all very good. But I felt bad. Like the desserts come out. I had a piece of carrot cake, which is not even light. A carrot bundt cake from a place near us called Everything Bundt Cakes, and really good. And I didn't even have room for that, so I had like a sliver. It almost killed me. And there was like 3 or 4 other desserts on the table too. I didn't even touch them. Pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. I just couldn't. But so that's over. Now we're gonna eat normally and get to the gym regularly. For the next 4 or 5 weeks, and then Christmas comes again, and we do it all over again. And we got meeting together with my brother-in-law Pete, and that side of my family, in between the 2 holidays. So I get to see Pete, talk to him in person, see my sister, of course. An obvious draw, not just the brother-in-law. I like to see her too. She's all right. So Pete's probably showing her this segment of the video right now, so and she'd punch me on the arm if she were nearby. But that's always fun. Fun time of year. Holidays are fun. We're starting to get a little bit of snow, which is nice. I like it. We got the cold. All right, way to go, Shoemaker. It's ahead of Stroll. He's got to catch Tsunoda now. I figure as long as it's cold enough to snow, it may as well snow. Am I right? Oh, now we got Bottas climbing on us. This is not good. This I did not expect. This Bottas is aggressive, and he's going to go for it. And he could pass us. And he's on mediums, of course. Bottas will probably get around us. We're going to probably end up in 8th. Shoot. Ocon is out far enough with us that we're not going to catch him. So we're probably going to get 8th place because Bottas is going to pass us. Darn it. Darn it. Darn. And I know if you guys have been watching this season, you know that earlier in the year I thought, do we pick up Bottas? And I thought, nah, we don't need him. Too much money for one driver. And
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
And there you go. That's what we get. We get Bottas passing us in the end. But we're ahead of both. We got one driver ahead of both of the McLarens. We're not going to catch. Bottas, I think, is a little bit better driver than Magnussen, at least in game here. So that he's got that to contend with, and then he also has softer tires, and I think he's more aggressive. So he's only going to get further ahead of us. Shoot, I didn't even see him coming. They were behind us enough that I wasn't too concerned about it. But now, when we get into the DRS zones, Bottas shouldn't be using his DRS, and we should, because he's out in front. So when we come around that back stretch, I want to see Kevin Magnussen. I want to see this turn green, and I want to see Magnussen's fin open up, and I want to see him make a play for it. Come on, Kevin. The heck are you doing not using the DRS here? He just gave up. He just gave this up. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to catch him. That's weak. That's weak. Here either. He's not going to open his DRS. I don't like that. That's a Reagan call. That's that Reagan's. It's his call. He's the race engineer. I mean, I could override him. I could tell him push, but I don't think he's gonna take him anyway. I mean, maybe I guess in Reagan's defense, he's probably thinking the same thing. Keep the traction. Don't screw things up. You got 8th place. 7th was a bit of a dream.
6 laps remaining.
6 laps to go. It looks like he's got 8th in the bag if he doesn't, go wide or spin out. And already Bottas is off to the races, so to speak. And we've got 6 laps to go in our season. And 8th is good. You get points for 10th. You get another point or 2 for 9th. You get even more for 8th. So that's good. And we get more points than the team behind us. And the team in front of us doesn't get any points. So we close the gap with 6th. Now Schumacher, I do not think he's not going to catch Tsunoda. So getting 2 in the points is not going to happen. Yeah, Norris is far enough behind us that we really don't have to worry about Norris. Or now it's Alonso. Alonso passed him. I don't think we have to worry about Alonso either. But look at that, though, just how Bottas is just that much far ahead of us. I guess does Alfa Romeo just have that much better of a car?
5 laps remaining.
That's what I'm curious to know. Does Alfa Romeo have that much better of a car? Or if not, do they have that much better of a driver? Because you look at the guys ahead of you, Russell, Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton. You're not going to get those guys. Ocon's beatable. Bottas is beatable. So, but he didn't rise to the occasion. But this is good. I don't want to. I got to switch gears from being disappointed about losing that spot in 7th. 8th is a great way to finish the season. Ahead of both of our McLaren rivals. And that's us. Now, I really want Alonso. I want Alonso to pass Norris. If Alonso can pass Norris, that bumps McLaren out of the points. They don't get any points. They don't get any closer to us. And we're ahead of both. Magnussen's ahead of both of the AlphaTauris, which brings us even closer to them. That's what I'm hoping. I'm pushing for. Like, oh, Alonso. I want Alonso to get around Norris in this last few laps.
4 laps remaining.
Tempted to even watch. Let's see if he could do it. 4 laps. Let's go on board for a minute. See what it looks like to race at night. Yeah, when we started, it was afternoon, late afternoon, early evening. And now here he's going on the main stretch. Check behind him. They're way back there. Not too much of an issue. Really getting the speed up here. The S turn. Another driver locked up. Who was it? I want to know who it was. Yellow
Was that
flag.
a lock-up on the track?
Leclerc.
Let's take a closer look. Watch this. There's Leclerc. And there's the lock-up. It almost got away from them entirely.
That's not too bad. He can get back on the track. All right, that shouldn't bring us under a
That's
yellow
going
flag
to be a
for too
big
long.
blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
Yeah, he's back in 5th. Look at how far Bottas is ahead of us now already. That's just insane. All right, so Zhou is around Norris, but man, Alonso's right on him. 55 and 58. We're on this turn. We're going to cross the line again.
3 laps remaining.
Copy.
Looking good so far. I'm going to check on Alonso really quick. Doesn't look like he's going to get around him. It doesn't look like he's going to get around him. Maybe he's got his DRS on. He's closing on him. Oh, I'd love to see that. Come on, Alpine. Give us a hand. Get around him. Knock them out of the points. Ooh. Ooh. You saw it happen here, did you? He's back in. Oh, it's a battle. Oh, and he's got his DRS open. He doesn't. Alright, he got back around him. Good move, Norris. Well, maybe he'll try again. He will try again, my friends. Oh, wow, that would be something, wouldn't it? I mean, we don't have to worry about McLaren. Even if they get that point, they're not going to... We're going to get enough points that the gap will still widen. Even if we ended 8, they ended 10.
2 laps to go.
The gap would still widen between our teams. But it would be even further if Alonso passes him and knocks him out of the points.
Okay, understood.
Oh,
very
crashed.
sorry. Jesus.
Are you okay, Nick?
Let's see what happened there. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher. Oh, a nasty crash there.
That was nasty. I didn't know he bumped a... Is he out? He didn't even lose a place. Interesting. He broke a piece off his... He's like, well, I'm glad you're okay. And I'm done with you. Oh my gosh. He's just good enough to get you... Ooh, and then smash. Okay. Alright. You know? Do you know? Now we got... Joe is breathing down our back. We have to be careful. It's not impossible for Joe to get around us, but it's improbable. And Kevin ain't gonna let it happen. We gotta get one of the points from those guys. At 57 to 58, he comes back around here again. He's got one lap to go. Final lap.
Starting final lap.
I think he's good. I think he's going to be okay, people. I'm looking here. There's Alonso and Norris. Doesn't look like Alonso's going to catch him. You never know. He could go for it on the back lap here. Listen to the crowd. Now he's not going to open his DRS, and probably Joe is. I don't see him open. There's Alonso and Norris. No, they're still separated unless he gets him out here. He's got one more chance to get around him. I don't think he's going to. I think Norris is going to stay ahead of him. We'll see. Last opportunity. Opportunity. All right, let's watch Russell takes the win. That's unexpected.
Russell wins it.
Let's
First
watch.
over the line. Let's have a look. There it is. A win for George Russell.
After that performance, there's no doubt that they deserve their spot at the top of the podium.
There you go, Georgie. Way to finish your season, kid. All right, it'll be interesting to see what they do at the end of the race here. And Alonso staying behind Norris. And here we are going to get 8th place.
Checkered flag.
Way to go, Kevin.
Well done over the weekend.
Yeah, that was a good try. Okay, Kev, so obviously box and remember the full switch off procedure when you're stopped.
Norris and then Alonso, so there we go. All right, so here comes Schumacher around the finish. All right, folks, thanks for watching. We'll see if they do anything special at the end.
Checkered flag.
Otherwise,
checkered flag.
thanks for being with us the whole season, and we'll catch you in next
I'm very
year
sorry about that.
with the next iteration of this race. Bye now.
Kevin Magnussen showing us how it's done. A great result. Haas there having a very successful day at the races.
Yep, they managed to bring everything together. Strategy, engineering and driving. They've had a very strong weekend indeed.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the Constructors standings.
And that's it for this season of Formula One. The teams will be working hard in the break, gearing up for another year of thrilling F1 action.
All right, they really didn't say anything there, but it looks like the winner, George Russell, of this race. The drivers, Carlos Sainz at the top. And constructors, we end up in 7th, 53 points. Just 9 points off AlphaTauri, and whatever that is, for 10, 13, 14 points off of McLaren. All right, let's go to continue, see what they say. I think it's a development point. And Jack Doohan didn't even do anything. All right, let's see what they say here for the end of the race. Let's just see what happens here. None of the bonuses, we're all good there. Continue. We'll just check this out real quick. I know we are an hour and 38, but that shows kind of where we were. 7th in the constructors. Let's go to the email inbox to see what they say. Board review, high confidence in your leadership, car part development locked. Then you know season's no longer Season results: Carlos Sainz comes in first place with Ferrari. During the season, Max Verstappen right behind him. Oh, and Charles Leclerc. 2 Ferrari and 1 Red Bull. Ferrari in front, Red Bull second, Mercedes third. Hamilton, where did our guys come in? Kevin Magnussen came in 11th. Neither in the top 10. Schumacher 15th. We are in 7th. We were in 10th. We went around Williams, Aston Martin, and McLaren to get this to 7th place. So that's where we ended up. Exceeding expectations. That was great. It was a fantastic win. And unfortunately, I have to touch regarding it's unfortunately fell short of the target. We set, but every team is bad. So needless to say, our confidence does reduce our confidence. Okay. What it says about end of season. That we knew that. Cars, missing car parts. Front wing. Okay, so we would change that, and we would just do this one here. Install on car 1. Right? Yeah. Okay. And then we go back here, and that would be it. So we would say continue and see what happens. Board performance review. I want to see what they say. Head of season board review. The board assess your performance. Entirely compiled the below report. Failed your objective. Okay, what does that mean? Next. Constructors just 7th. Best driver Magnussen. Underdog. Team rating. Board confidence high. Team bonus 1.5 million. Inbox 2. What do they say? Pit crew performance. Pit crew did well. Regulation changes 2023. These aren't going to apply because of that. Let's see what they say. If it just said continue. Facility upgrade complete. I'm sorry, folks. I'm keeping it a little bit long here just because I'd want to see. This would be the December. And then let's just do important email. What did it say? Team hub board condition. Staff changes. Position secure till 2024. Driver changes. Car 1 vacant. Position secured to 24 do. Okay, so it was Schumacher left. Okay, well, I don't think we would go chase him out the door. You know what I'm doing? Facility upgrade complete. That was good. Tour center. Okay, tour center is good. Continue. Research complete. Complete car part research. Oh, see, I'm getting these little things before I quit the game out. Side pods. Research good. Research new car part. Continue. Sponsorship obligation. This would be into the new year. Scouting complete on the 15th. Idle engineers. They're idle. Scouting on Franco Colapinto. Up and coming driver Jack Crawford. Okay, so I just want to see what this is. December still. Okay, December. So we would say continue. Facility upgrade complete. What was it? CFD simulator. Important email. The simulator is complete. Continue. Upgrade complete. Team hub. The email. Team hub complete. Continue. Christmas. Sponsorship obligation the day after. What does it say? Aerodynamic test. Jack Doohan development. Idle engineers. Yeah, we know. No driver go to scouting and all that stuff like that. Okay, so we go back here again. Go to the calendar. What's this thing? What does January look like? December, January. When does the race season begin? Well, we got to test. We got to no driver go to scouting. We would have had to have gotten a driver, right? Scouting data, hired driver, detailed. Schumacher, couple of teams, Maloney, Zhou Guan Yu. Let's see what a proposal contract to him. Salary 100,000. Wait, what was this? Post contract. Contract length 3 seasons. Let's give him $1 million a year, right? Starting bonus Race target bonus. There you go. Offer him a contract. See what he says. Send a proposal. Salary's a little low. Decline. Back negotiation. Let's go 2 million. Still a little low. Contract accepted. Hire him. Hey, would have hired Joe on you. There you go. All right, continue for car 1. All right, so we'd have Joe and all that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So now go back to menu, which we're not going to do. We're not going to have that there. So we'll go back to calendar and say start new season. And that's what I do. Welcome to new season. Let's just see what it says. Main fund, all that stuff like that. Sponsorship obligations, all this stuff. Race simulator event, memorabilia room event. Yeah, we can do all that. That's all good. Confirm. Confirm. New season objectives 6 or above. Podium contender and all that stuff. Okay. Balance, technical, financial, sporting. Okay, continue. Powertrain manufacturer. We would have gone. Wow. Red Bull powertrains. Go to Red Bull. Switch and go to Red Bull. Confirm. Red Bull. All right, confirm. Save us some money and it's not a bad engine. All right, so there you go. So inbox would have been 7. Would have had Simone Resta, internal car report, Rashni Patel, regulations, Sandy Maddox, team roster update. Those are the teams. Where are we? We'd have Joe, Kevin, and Jack. And then, okay, Alessandro Sinelli, ATR, and all that stuff like that. Wait, where do we have one more? Welcoming Joe Guan Yu. Hey, welcome, Joe. Calendar +5, all the car parts development today. And then we'd say continue. Sorry, this is going way too far now. We're at 1:46. I got to close this down. But when does the season actually start? Or what's the first thing? Sponsorship obligation, Monday the 23rd. I want to find out, yeah, for next year, when does the season start? Sponsorship obligation. Holy cow. Well, this is February. Let's just stop real quick. All right, go back to the calendar. February, March. All right, so the first race looks like March 24. Around there. 12 things. Okay. Anyway, we're going to close it there, folks. Thanks for being with us this season. And remember, next season, it's F1 Manager 2023. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye now.